Hi guys, how are you wherever you are? My name is Odysseus Marwa. Welcome to the biggest podcast in the world. I think this is the biggest space ever. It's called Clutch Pabora. So what does it mean? We are putting a foot down, talking about the world's most beautiful game. The flagship is the English Premier Soccer League, Zimbabwean football. We are Zimbabweans, we are Africans, so we touch base on that, and also South African football. But also we promote youngsters who are coming, because at the end of the day, it's all about grooming the youngsters who are coming up. And today, I've got one of the best entrepreneurs born in Zimbabwe. He once played football at the highest level. But you know these things, when you start eating chickens and ice creams, you lose touch a little bit, but he has not lost touch. Mr. Rufaro Sachiti, how are you, sir?
Very audacious. How are you?
Good to see you on Clutch Pabora.
Good to see you too, and thank you for having me on your first episode ever.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, he's looking handsome, just like Justin Bieber, so...
Appreciate you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Definitely. This show, mind you, is sponsored by Hira, or Big Boss. Mr. Costa is the sponsor of this program, so we're happy for him to be sponsoring, to be partnering us. And also, it is the Marwa new generation. As you can see, the t-shirts, the product which is coming up, t-shirts which will be going on air at the present moment. We are finalizing the deals. Mr. Rufaro. Yes, talk to me.
Awesome. Like I said before, thank you so much for having me. It is indeed an honor to be the first guest on your Clutch Pabora show. Definitely looking forward to it, and definitely looking forward to the part that we are going to be taking together. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into it straight. So tell us, who is Audacious Marwa?
Well, Audacious Marwa is a guy who was born and bred in Zengeza Chitungwiza, in a family of 5. Loved football. I think it is the only thing which has given me joy. Although I thought I could be a very good dancer, but unfortunately, no. So yeah, I went to Tanginam Primary School in Yati Mission for my O levels and A levels. Then I did journalism at Kosa, electronic, then ZBC Boom.
Wow.
Football commentator, analyst.
Amazing. So, growing up, I remember I used to hear a lot of your voice, or I used to see a lot on TV. Are you the real Audacious from the TV, or this is the fake Audacious, or you are the son, or you are definitely the real Makoya?
This is the real Audacious Marwa. You see, Rufaro, I think everyone agrees.
Yeah.
I always tell people that you cannot buy passion at a spaza shop. We can do the same things, 10 of us, everyone, 15. But you stand out as a person, the way you love what you do. The way I love football, I've never regressed. Yes, we came here to South Africa to seek greener pastures and stuff. But the thing is, I kept on going. I've been going, having my shows on YouTube, having my shows on Facebook. I've got almost 2,000. Yeah, I do my analysis on Facebook, Talking Football with Audacious. And I've contributed to Robert Marawa's show, that is Marawa Sports Worldwide. Always I give him stories. And I've contributed to a radio station in Zimbabwe, View from South Africa, whereby I give them stories about Zimbabwean players who are playing here. So it's been a journey, but a worthwhile journey. So if I die, I don't think I'm going to die very soon. Just bury me with my jersey, football jersey, and my ball there, because that's my story.
Well, I'm glad everyone who's listening from your family, they can hear that. And I hope you have written it down when you will to say, listen, if I die, please make sure you bury me with a football and wearing a football jersey as well. So we're definitely looking forward to this whole program. So tell us, Clutch Pabora, what is Clutch Pabora? Where did the whole idea of Clutch Pabora came from?
Well, I've got one bright mind who is not here. His name is Tinashe Godfrey. A very, very talented boy. He does the marketing of the thing. He came with that. So it's clutch, a clutch. You put a clutch. So Pabora, it's a Shona name, a Zimbabwean name of football. So it's clutch on the ball. We do analysis. We interview people, telling stories. We know there are a lot of interviews out there. I think you will agree with me.
Yes,
but the interviews which you want to have, like the ones which you are having now, is to educate people out there. People to have a different view, different angle about this world's most beautiful game.
Indeed.
We watch football.
Yeah,
everyone watches football. But we want to capture something which people don't see. But they'll be watching 90 minutes. So we want to take a certain angle which people don't have. So that's what we are doing on Clash for Bora. It is a brand which will grow, Rufaro. And one thing which I wanted to ask to come in, who is Rufaro Sachiti?
All right. Oh, Rufaro Sachiti is a boy that was born and bred in Zimbabwe in 1987. Obviously, I studied my grade 1 in Zimbabwe, and I was born in a family where soccer is like our daily bread. I started playing soccer at the age of 3.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, I was pretty much young. We'd be kicking the ball around. And started grade 1 at Glenview number 2 primary school. That was in 1993, if I'm not mistaken. In grade 3, because I so much loved soccer, and I would make sure that wherever the school goes and play, I'm there. So when I was in grade 3, one of the teachers saw me and he's like, you always come and support the team. Do you even know how to play ball? I'm like, you know what, let me give it a try. That's how I started, and they could see the potential that was in me. So fast forward, I moved from Glenview 2 primary, I went to Body Road 2 primary. They were doing these soccer trials, and it's something that I will never forget. So, we were being tried around, and I scored a goal, right?
On your debut?
Yes. We were still trialists by then. So I scored, I ran straight to the teacher. Like, hey, teacher, didn't I go as a Borando in the Pharaoh? Do you know this? So the teacher was like, why must I write you down just because you scored? And he did not write me.
Oh.
So it got to me and it pained me so much, and I was like, I'm never going to play soccer here at Body Road 2 primary school. Went back home, told my moms, and she had to change the school because of that. Went to Glenview 7 primary school, started playing soccer at Glenview primary school, and I went to play in the first team. And guess what would happen?
Yeah.
We would go and play Body Road 2 primary school.
Where you...
And because of what they did to me, I had to show them who was Rufaro, what they were missing exactly. So growing up, I've always been, a soccer fanatic, and I remember when I went to secondary school, started playing Form 1, I was playing in the under 14s, but because I was this low-chilled person, most of the guys from the ghetto, they thought maybe, Musalad, Musalad,
I know that connotation.
because the way I would play was basically different. I was never a person that would kick the ball to the front. I believed in starting from the back,
From that age?
Yes. So they would call me, Musalad, he plays like a white person, Exactly. So some of the teachers were not happy about it. So Form 1 I played, Form 2 I did not play. Form 3 I played in the under 20s for my school, and that's when Blagisha saw me.
Gishon
Ntini.
May he so rest in peace.
May he so rest in peace. He is one person that came, he used to come and watch our soccer matches, and he's like, hey, I want this cheap defender, And we went, I remember my first game at Caps United was against Agatha Shinet Football Club.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when I got there, Blagisha was not there, and remember, he is the one who had said, come and I'll make you play tomorrow. So when we got there, Blagisha is not there. So there's this guy, we were going to the same school together. His name is, we used to call him Bambi, and Bambi, now Blare is the one who took over because Gishon Ntini wasn't there.
Yeah.
So when Blare was busy setting up the team, Bambi was like, no. Gisha told me the team yesterday, so he said this guy must play center back.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So that's how it started at Caps United. And, I used to play with Oscar Machapa. Mahindra, back then he used to play number 9, I played with Kumbirai Kapikinyu, went to play for Black Mambas, remember? And last year he was, 2 years back, I think he played for Simba Bora or something like that. So, yeah, unfortunately I got injured at a young age, and that's when my dream was shattered, and I came to South Africa, and it was now a different ballgame altogether, when you came here, got myself involved in a different industry altogether. Now look where I am, got involved into music, but soccer has always been there.
We will further on, we will talk about what you're doing at the present moment, which is good, which is really good. But I want to go back again. You come from a football family.
Yes.
I mean, the name Sachiti is very familiar.
Yes.
So I think people out there, our viewers, would want to know the Sachiti. Which Sachiti?
Simon Sachiti.
The great Dynamos man.
Yes, Simon Sachiti. He's the Baba.
And did you like?
Yeah, as in the not in the Baba Pakuti, he's my father is his brother, young brother?
You know, I don't want to go deeper, but you know what I'm trying to ask, but I'm not going to trust to ask you. Football is all about dark secrets. Seriously, I don't believe in that. But some people believe in that. There are Simon Sachiti guys. If you have heard about him, if you really followed Zimbabwean football, that Madala.
Yeah.
You used to say that if he takes your jerseys or if he says something, the team wins. Did you believe in that?
Well, you know, at first I did not believe in that. But, you know, as I grew, you know, and as I started playing soccer at a bigger stage, well, you know what, that thing is real.
Do you believe in Juju?
Obviously, it's there. It's definitely there. I have seen it happening in front of me. And I have coaches that have basically told me, listen, let's do this. So as much as I would want to mention names, but, you know, I'll try not to. But if they come out, they come out. That's disataure mazita.
Yeah, sure.
You know, disataure mazita. But it's definitely there. Do you believe in African Juju?
I've seen it. I've seen people practicing it.
Yeah.
But to think that it works, my goodness. I mean, I've been in football to see things which happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I told you off air the Dynamos issue. Let me just talk about it for our viewers' interest.
Yeah.
It was the 1998 Champions League semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamos Football Club versus Hearts of Oak. So I was seated with my friends just behind that Dynamos bench, where, if you are familiar with the National Sports Stadium, where the police band always sits.
He always sits, yeah.
So it was 87 minutes. Hearts of Oak were pounding the Dynamos goal. Dynamos were leading 1-0. There was this Frimpong guy, the shortest guy on the pitch. He was hammering Masimba Dinheiro.
Wow.
Yes, that Malborenian. One Dynamos official, which I don't want to mention, he's still there.
Yeah.
He comes, he rushes. Sunday, come here. Sunday Marimo said, what do you want? He gave him a stone.
Wow.
I'm telling you it happened. He gave him a stone.
Yeah.
Sunday Marimo went just behind the bench. He put it under his tongue. Rufaro, the referee, I don't know what happened. He blew the whistle. Wow. 87 minutes.
Just
it happened. And after the match, people were storming into the ground because Dynamos were in the final to play ASEC Mimosa.
Oh, yeah.
If you still remember.
Yeah, I remember the famous final, yeah.
And the people jumped into the stadium. National Sports Stadium was filled to the rafters. And the Hearts of Oak players were on the coach. Look at the time. But
you know, talking of that, as of today, I have a friend of mine, Akachukoka Roko, you know, after we were told, listen, go home, don't sleep with your wives. But he went home, he slept with his wife whilst we were playing soccer the next day. And when we came the next day, the coach even asked, did anyone indulge in any sexual activities at home?
Yeah, that's deep.
You know, the guy did not. 5 minutes into the match, we just had a scream. Funny thing, he was next to me. You know, he's like, you know, you couldn't do anything. And up until today, Akatokwara and Akatoswachiwaya, you know, it's just sad, you know. But one thing that I would want to encourage to the young guys that are coming up, if you've got the talent, you have the talent.
It's true.
You know, most of the guys that played back in the days, we spoke about it off air. If you look at those guys by Tamba Borare Mshonga, where are they today?
It's true.
They're basically living a miserable life. So I would never want to see these youngsters going through such. Because we talk with Zimbabwe, it's them that are doing it, but there's consequences after that.
Wise words, my brother. Yeah. Wise words indeed. You know, you are now a mentor. Like I said, that we are moving slowly. You are now a mentor. You have helped a lot of guys, and thank you for that. I mean, it takes a wise person and a great person to help some youngsters. Looking at today's youngsters, footballers, I mean, what advice would you give to them? I mean, we played football long back. You played at whatever level. There are youngsters who are coming up now. And there are so many things out there. There are computers, there's social media. What advice would you give? We've got talented boys coming from Zimbabwe, South Africa, wherever.
You know, most importantly, I would say they need to be very disciplined. And before anything else, they must understand the basics of soccer, you know. And if I'm saying understand the basics of soccer, soccer is a lifestyle, you know. there are certain things that you're expected to do if you want to be a footballer. You know, I always fight with these youngsters when we go and play our social matches. You know, Wakamira 5 meters away from your player, Ada go pass a drive. Why would you do that? I'm like 5 minutes away. Pass side pe gumbo. You know,
instead pass.
Exactly. You know, kana bora richuya unomisa bora say. So, those are the things that they must understand. God is the border. You know, good thing is these days is there's Google.
Yeah,
they can actually Google what the border no time say. You know, put cheating on push pass. What is called a driver, no Pascal Pap. You know, the basics of football. They need to understand that, and they need to get to dedicate themselves to it. And most importantly, my coach another that is a mistake that we made. We thought we were clever by not listening to the coaches, and did we go anywhere with that?
True.
Hapana. My coaches they always tell us, remember what I told you 20 years back. If you could have listened, you could have been a better player. So that's what I would say, Wafana. They have to listen to my coach Kanastara, and they need to be disciplined and understand the basics of simple football.
That's true. You see, me, I've seen some players, they've come through my hands for advice. One thing which I always tell these youngsters is that, you see, money.
Yeah.
We all need money. Everyone needs money. But chase football first before money.
Yes.
Because if you chase football first, money will find you.
That's very true.
If you chase money before football, you'll be distracted.
Indeed.
You see?
But you see, these days, you know, these boys, they're not playing soccer because they love soccer.
Exactly.
They're playing soccer because of money,
Right.
which is wrong. You know, anything that you do, put money aside. Like you said, we need money. We definitely need money. But there's more to it that is not money.
Yeah. Money will follow you.
Money will follow you.
Your...
I'll give you an example. Look at, what's his name? Marvelous Nakamba.
Yeah.
You know, he was well disciplined. He played soccer for the sake of playing soccer.
Loving it,
you know, for the sake of loving it. Where is he playing now?
Money followed him.
Exactly. Look at Knowledge Mswana.
Yeah.
What happened? Money is following everywhere. We're talking of that. Look at Kama Billiard. I know that's why you're laughing.
Yeah.
Look at Kama Billiard.
Yeah, it's true.
Kama Billiard, where is he now? Man is just following him left, right, and center. People might be saying he made the worst mistake of coming back to play in Zimbabwe. No,
Yeah.
but for me personally, we needed that. You know,
Definitely,
and
yeah.
I hope other players as well who also take that chance to say, listen, let's go and play in Zimbabwe because Kama Billiard did it. Why cannot they do it?
Yeah, to touch that again, I think we talked about it. You see, the thing about society these days, especially us from back home,
Yeah.
we are judgmental. You have dealt with some players. There's this Mafumo boy which you want to talk about,
Yes.
Daddy. The issue of Kama Billiard, I don't know Kama that much. I talked to him, but at times we are so judgmental, not knowing the players,
Indeed.
not knowing the youngsters. Instead of helping these youngsters, we
bash them.
vilify them, we bash them.
Yes,
People have got issues.
definitely.
There are so many issues in our families. Take the youngster, if you know him,
Yes,
put him on the side.
most definitely.
We've got demons which follow us in our lives. So instead of bashing these youngsters, Kama has done that, Kama has done that. Be an example. In your street, in your village, you've got a youngster who is like Kama. So we don't want to see another Kama or another player.
Exactly.
Start from your location, start from your area. Take
That's
that
very
youngster who is going wayward, or maybe he doesn't have guidance, and mentor that boy. You become a leader. Instead
Definitely.
of just going out and shouting, he does that, he does that.
Yes.
That is very wrong.
Yes, that's very true.
You were telling me about Dagima Pfumo, very talented boy. A lot of them, which you have helped,
Yes.
and we applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Dagima Pfumo was helped by the good doctor, Zakama.
Shakama,
But
yes.
you played an important part.
Yeah.
It's so critical what you did. And there are some youngsters who are watching now. The same thing. I want you to tell us what you did to Douglas, what was going into his mind. Yes, his contract was cancelled by Cape Town City at one time. And I've had people bashing him. So can you just elaborate a little bit on that?
You know, here's one thing that I'll tell you, Audacious.
Exactly. Yeah.
Playing soccer in South Africa is not easy. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes that people don't see. You know, before Dagi, I'll give you an example of Terence Jugamanja.
Yeah.
You know, what was happening to him at Orlando Pirates?
That's not good. Yeah,
Right.
to go to Zimbabwe.
Exactly. But did people get the chance to look at what was happening at him at Orlando Pirates?
No.
You know, but they were saying, why did he leave Orlando Pirates going to Supersport? Look at Kama Billiard. There's a lot that was happening behind the scenes that we don't know, or just because Kama Billiard did not choose to speak about it, you know.
Exactly.
You know, he kept it away from the scenes, but there's a lot that was going on, you know. Ask Alois Bunjira, ask Jimisani Mpofu, guys, how is it like playing soccer in South Africa? They'll tell you it's not as easy as what people think. So going back to Douglas's story, you know, that guy, if we were not bold enough, or if we did not take a strong stance on him, he could have easily been lost.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Dagi, you know, was going through a lot, and it would probably go back to how he grew up or how he was brought up, you know. But what I did on a personal perspective is I got to understand the boy from a different level, you know. People were only seeing Douglas as a soccer player for Cape Town City, right? But I saw Douglas as a young man that needed love, right? That needed understanding. So when I got into the picture, the first thing that I did is I had to understand him. Sit down and speak to him like, tell me, who are you? Where are you coming from? Where are you going? You know, you see that at times you're talking to him nicely. He's responding nicely. Then all of a sudden he snaps.
Oh,
You know? People needed to understand that. But did people give him the chance to explain himself? No, they did not. You get what I'm saying? Did people take their time to understand Dagi? No, they did not. His contract was cancelled by Cape Town City. People spoke bad about him. Some of them are even people that were playing soccer at a higher level.
That's
you
bad.
know. I'm telling you, it was pretty bad. Some of these people, they were staying with Dagi, right? But Dagi would even go for days without eating food, you know.
Yeah.
But how can you call yourself a professional player when another professional player is going through a bad time, but you don't get to help him?
Ethics in life.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, you want to go out there and look holier than thou. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we know deep down what has been happening, you know. Like I said, I just mentioned Amazita.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
but I will forever be grateful to Coach Liakama, to Doctor. You know, Doctor is one person that, if we lose such a person in our football world in Zimbabwe, we are done.
And the doctor is Coach Zakama. He's now coaching Manika Diamonds.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, he's such a good man. Top coach. If you know the player by the name of who is this boy who was playing for Dynamos, former soccer star.
What's his name?
Denver
Mkamba.
Of what happened to Denver, he was one person who took him under his wing and said, "My son, come, I'll coach you.
Exactly.
I'll lead the way." There are few people who do that.
Exactly. You know, it's exactly what he did with Douglas. You know, when Douglas was released by Cape Town City, they wrote what is called a black letter, you know, and to say, listen, please don't give this guy, don't sign this guy in your team, because this guy is bad news.
You know, the same black letter which you're talking about, it's the same black letter which has been written to clubs on Kama Billiard.
But people don't understand. People don't know.
That. Can you honestly tell me that Kama cannot play at Supersport with Cape Town City?
He can.
So if you touch on the toes of the Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, Golden Arrows, Mato Mazala, I mean, you are done in South Africa.
You have done it. Yeah, so it's exactly that's the story. But people don't understand it.
They don't know, yeah.
But deep down we don't get to see it. You see. So with Douglas, they wrote that for Douglas, you know, and Douglas went back to Zimbabwe. He had nothing, on zero, right? When he got to Zimbabwe, people did not even want Douglas anywhere close to them. You know, people were laughing at him, you know. But I was constantly on the phone with him, speaking to him each and every time, telling him, listen, we only learn from our mistakes. True. And we get better because of the mistakes that we made before, you know. And we tried to get him trials at Ngezi Platinum. Yeah. It did not work out. He only went there for a day. Then after that, that's when he went to ZPC Kariba, where Yakama was, right? But when he got to Kariba, the owners of the team, they did not even want to sign Douglas. They're saying, no, we heard a lot about this guy. He's a drunkard. He's like this, he's like that, you know. But Doc, he had seen something.
Polokwane City played in the
Nedbank
Cup, and he
Yes.
scored a bullet of a header.
Wow. It was
Brilliant
beautiful.
header.
You know, it was a. Did you see where he came from
The
with
run.
that run?
That's football
You know,
intelligence.
Exactly. When I was speaking to him, I told him, listen, that the header was beautiful, but did you see the run that you made? You see, remember I spoke about the basics of football.
Exactly.
You know, it's exactly that. Know when to do that. Know when to do your runs. That is what makes him a complete player. You know, it's so funny that, you know, we still haven't got him in the national team. You know, but I hope and pray that sooner or later we will have him in the team, because we need people of his caliber.
Yeah, talking about that, obviously we touch also on Zimbabwean football. I mean, the national teams.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start and say my best 11 will come to you in Zimbabwe. Always difficult. I've watched the football, Rufar, for quite a long time. Local football, Dynamos, Caps United, Highlanders. I grew up supporting Dynamos. But you see, as you grow watching a lot of football, you love a player from each and every team.
Yes.
From my time, the generation up until now, maybe I'll be biased of the players which I watched long back. Goalkeepers,
Tell us.
I'll go to Umbro Mzadze.
Yes,
What a
very
goalkeeper. He was a natural goalkeeper.
Yeah, he was,
I
yeah.
mean, he was so good.
You
They
do
used
the
to call him
unthinkable.
Maoko. Yeah, the big
Yeah.
hand, he could throw up to the center. I'll play a 1-4-3-3 system.
Okay.
At the right back, I'll go for Mercedes Banda.
Rambo.
Yeah, I was young. That guy was powerful. I mean, I wish you could have the sort of players, the physique.
Yeah.
On the left back, I think I'll go for Claudio Zuripai. I mean, the guy had a
Claudio.
swift left foot,
Yeah.
very intelligent. And to imagine that he was a prolific goal scorer. So when he
imagine.
broke his leg,
Sure.
he shifted to the left back. The two central defenders, my all-time favorite, Ephraim Chawanda,
Oh, yeah.
the Rocky,
That one was something else.
steady.
You know, that one was something
His
else.
central partner, obviously, Shoki Francis Shonai.
Mashash. Yeah, Captain Ongwagai.
Apa wangu aine chiponytail huyu.
But do you think we'll get people like those?
I don't
like
think so.
Like you said, that back four that you just spoke about. Do you think we'll ever get a back four like that?
I don't think so. There were a lot of very good defenders. Imagine the
Yeah.
John Pires, Kaitano Tembo also comes in there.
Mhm.
Dezika Pena, Tulani Bianyube also comes in there.
Yeah.
On the midfield, you know, this guy was my friend, like my friend. We used to hang together when he was coming from Switzerland. He bought me my first Kawokman. Kubva kachinja kuenda on the other side. Benjamin Konjera. Makanaki.
Makanaka.
Eh.
Ishasha Zebor.
The number 8, I'll put. I don't know what to do now. I'll put Memory Mcherao. I don't know how it works.
I feel for you.
Yeah. Number 10, I wanted to put Lloyd Mutasa, but there's Moses Chunga also. I
Yeah.
saw him, but I was young. I saw him a little bit. On the right wing, it has to be. Yes. Right wing, it has to be Peter Ndov. I want to put him on the wing. Number 9, it has to be his brother,
Adam. Yeah.
There's so many good players, man. Tauya Marewa is also there. But you see, the funny part, the number 11, you'll be surprised. When I was playing football as a youngster, some friends used to call me that King. That's Joseph Machingura.
Serious? Hey, that one was something else as well.
Right. He was fit, pace.
Yeah.
That guy could dribble. That was my best 11 ever.
Wow. You
Over
know,
to you.
it's so unfortunate that we grew up in different
Eras, yeah, I understand,
different
yeah.
eras, you know. But you see, I have seen some of the guys playing, you know, the older players, but probably they were at the end of their careers. Like what's his name? Dr. Tawemrio. You know, I would watch him playing for Dynamos. You remember wearing that Chibata
Yes.
He was something. I was wearing the red soccer
The
boot.
bit, yeah.
He was something.
Nature
else.
bandage.
Nature bandage.
But when I dance, Anzi, chirgoko chanji nemshoko chako.
You know, people will always say things, you know, but
Yeah.
I remember a lot of us we used to do that. So we talked about because of that thing,
Yeah.
you know. But my first 11 was like this. I'm going to talk about the people that I've played with as well.
Yeah, that's
you
nice.
know.
Yeah.
You see, Gokwe,
Energy.
Murambadoro. He was something else. You know, one thing that I loved, I remember this game that we played. He was coming from Bidfest. You know, the time that he came from South Africa coming back to Zimbabwe, it was a short period of time. So, you know, I was playing for Cape United Reserves.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's cool.
and he was there also, so we played with him that day. And I came in as a second half substitute for one of the senior guys that was taken out, and they put me centre back. Imagine those days, the Faro Stadium was packed, you know, with fans coming to watch the matches for the reserves. So, hey, Ndrika Mpana, Haner Urova, you know, he's like, oh, Pamnin, Kalamato Saruzo, Makatoipa. First thing, Bora flight, Anobata Bora Shamari, striker Mashiru Kangu, Vamoj Kumuru Chip, and Matutanga Tamba. I'm like, it's just to build your confidence.
That's
And
huge.
you see, that boosted my confidence, and it did help me that game as well. So, India number 1 wangu, right back, hey, right back, hey, you putting me on the corner, George Mbwando.
Yeah. Former striker. He was a striker, you know, for Black Mambas.
But George Mbwando was something else. Abu Mskans was our baba.
I know
You
George.
know?
His father was a
Yeah.
policeman, yeah.
George Mbwando. Then left back. Left back. Who should I put left back? Charles Yohane.
Yo. Top player. May he so rest in peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
may he so rest in peace. It's so unfortunate, you know. Then centre back. I have my all-time friend. This one is my all-time party.
Wow.
Do me.
That's good.
Ndodama Ndoden.
Dumi is playing for Punjab in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
We'll get into the stories
Yo,
later.
do me.
I heard sometime last year. I think
Yeah.
He broke some.
Someone's leg.
Yeah. He's still.
But I can bet you I can bet you $1 million. He probably would have given that guy a warning before he broke his head to say,
Yes,
hey, Bamnin, I'll make sure I break your leg. That's do me for you.
Yeah.
But he's a lovely
Yeah,
guy.
very lovely guy. I know him.
He's
I
a
know
lovely guy.
Yeah.
Then his centre back partner, I'll put who can I put there? Kaitano Tembo. Ngwenya. Centre back yanga kaipa. Though pane mama no by raw food but no angarma one.
They are more center back.
And they're a ninja because in Rim Ninja, that's like obvious, you know, I'm a ninja. Then defensive, Machine Majus.
No matter.
Yeah, Tandazan, which is that's already you know, coming from Galatasaray,
My earring.
you know, and one Machine Majus, sure, you know. Then just Pamberi Park, a central, we spoke about him earlier on. Workhorse. Lazarus Mohoni.
Oh, Lassie. One of
You know,
the best
one of the
attacking midfielders.
Exactly, and
Intelligently.
the most underrated,
Underrated, yeah.
you know, in Zimbabwe, because I don't even know why we underrate him that much. But I'm the Ranga guy.
Because people think that if you are a midfielder, if you pass the ball, your job is done.
No, that's not it.
Arriving into the box is one of the biggest traits that a very good midfielder.
Exactly.
Getting into the box and scoring. That's the biggest trait.
That is the biggest trait.
Frank Lampard,
you know,
Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes.
You know, Michael Essien.
Exactly.
You know, Claudio Makelele. Look at those players.
You can
know?
say that again.
So Lazi Papo, then Kurait Kwangu. You know, we are from the same hood. We grew up together as well. Samson Choru.
Oh, what a player!
What a player! He
What
was.
a talent!
That was something else. You know. So I'll put him on the right. On the left, I don't know if you remember this guy, but he went to Poland when he was 16. He was
Elliot Matsika.
No, Elliot Matsika.
Mafumo.
Yeah.
Tito.
Titus Mafumo.
But I heard that he passed on. I'm not sure. I have
I'm
to
not-
confirm. Because I
I'm
heard
not
that
so
Tito,
sure.
about 3 weeks. Is it a month or something? Something like that.
If it's recent, probably
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be. But hey,
What a player!
shame, what a player.
What a
If
player.
he passed on, may he so rest in
That's
peace.
sad. Yeah.
But you see, Tito, Titus Mafumo was something else.
yeah.
You know, Kruger. That boy was something else. I don't know what happened to him that he could not play, you know, for a bigger club,
Yeah.
or he could not play in Zimbabwe. I don't know the politics that were behind it, but that boy was something else, and I'm glad you knew him.
No, amazing player.
Because he was so amazing. He could do anything with the ball. So I'll put him on the left, right? So those are my four midfielders. Then my two strikers. Yeah, but my striker. Blah, blah, blah. Let me put Sukuzonke.
Peter,
Peter.
the evergreen.
Yeah, the evergreen. you know, I'll put in there. Then ndozongoda chimwe chekuti chinenge chingonodhuma unoziva kuti ndoisa vanhu vanogona kuseka but zvanga zviri zvimatsotsi zvebhora. Uriona Mike Temwanjira mbozha yeah,
zvimwe players nombobuda kuZimbabwe.
You know Zimbabwe, here's the thing, Zimbabwe has got vast players people that can play soccer. We've got a lot of them.
So what do we do?
It's the system, you know. It's the system, you know. Whether people like to hear this or do not want to hear this, but the system in Zimbabwe is messing us up.
You're right. You know, I've been saying this in some quarters, and people want to kill me, like total kill me. These past 2 days, we were talking about the Kama billiard.
Yeah.
So my good friend Robert wanted to speak with Kama on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Yeah.
So we're phoning some people in Zimbabwe and stuff. And I want to mention the name. He's now at Yada.
Okay.
He was a former national team manager and stuff. So I'm talking to some people and saying that people are not professional. Yes, you don't want to talk to us or you don't want to have an interview, but please return the call. It's courtesy. Return the call or return the message. You've got a phone, we are calling you, we want to go on air. That's unprofessional. You know, the administration in Zimbabwe, let me just highlight this. It leaves a lot to be desired.
It does.
You guys, the man who is sponsoring this show, Mr. Costa, he has been organizing some football tournaments here in South Africa. The organization, if you look at the organization in Zimbabwe, it's so funny. Now, the league is about to start next week. And we don't know which team is going to be playing from the eastern region.
You see?
What kind of organization is that?
It goes back to our administration.
We've got so much talent in Zimbabwe, but the administration is just zero. It's poor.
It is. It's sad.
It is sad.
Unfortunately, you know, our soccer is being run by people that are self-centered. You know,
Very.
People that only think of themselves.
Very, yeah.
You know? But when you are running soccer for a country like Zimbabwe, that's not how you do it.
It's not.
You need to be in the middle.
Like,
you know,
2 weeks ago, there were some pictures, the visuals of a Dynamo's manager getting water bottles from the borehole. Just what is that? Like, really? We are in 2024.
Are you telling me we don't have people that want to sponsor soccer in Zimbabwe?
But how do you put your money into people who eat the money?
That's where the problem is.
How can you? You need to get your mileage as a sponsor. How can you put money into people? You see, the thing with Zimbabwe, you know, for me, I become emotional on those things.
Yeah.
We talk a lot. We talk very good English. We'll be wearing some jackets. We laugh on social networks.
Yeah.
Dr. Patrice Motsepe, this last, after the AFCON, he was saying, we need Zimbabwe, we missed Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
But we don't need sympathy from Mr. Motsepe.
No,
We've got to control it ourselves.
Exactly.
We have the destiny in our hands as Zimbabweans. But we spend time fighting, pulling you down, being jealous of what we are saying. Some people find it like we want to be the greatest things to happen to bread after margarine. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
We are saying as it is. That's what the Clutch for Bora will be about.
Exactly. And you know what? Thank you so much for that. You know, I believe in honesty.
Yeah.
Patadzwa munhu ngaaudzwe ipapo kunzi watadza.
True.
Anzi imbwa inoroverwa paita sei ndizvo imbwa inoroverwa payaitira tsvina kana something like that if I'm not mistaken. Patadzwa ipapo apuka, let's learn to kuti tudze vanhu chokwadi. I'll give you an example. Uruona Alois Bunjira. Avamufarire why? Because anotaura chokwadi.
I know.
You know, he's never scared of anyone. So we need 10 more people like Alois Bunjira. You know, kuudza vanhu vari kumusoro kuziva chokwadi kuti listen guys, bora run like that.
Exactly.
Know? Look at Peter Ndlovu. He is running one of the best teams in Africa, right? A well-organized Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
And are you telling me Peter cannot be part of Zifa board? What does that mean?
You see, you've come with some good points. There's this misconception from the society. I think you agree with me that footballers cannot administer football. That is really, to tell you the truth, nonsense.
It is.
We've got. You are a former footballer.
Yes.
Like you talked about Peter Ndlovu. Always is hated for being straightforward.
That's the thing.
If you are confident in yourself, you see, there's a thin line people don't understand. Confidence and arrogance. I can be arrogant because I know what I'm doing.
That's very true.
And I'm good.
That's
if you're
right.
good at what you're doing, if these guys are good at what they are doing, as the sound engineers, the cameras,
Yes.
they've got to be.
They have to be, yeah, most definitely.
So we need people who know their story for Zimbabwean football to grow up. Now, we are playing in the World Cup qualifier. Not that we want to qualify for the World Cup, but we don't have a coach. Imagine. South Africa, we're playing in the AFCON together with Nigeria. We are playing them in March.
Imagine.
We don't have a coach. So what is the problem?
Because we are self-centered. We always want to feed our own pockets. Remember, just because the coach wrote a report,
I hate so.
you know, he wrote a report which was the honest truth.
Yeah.
You know, and those things were true, right? So we say we fire him because he told us the truth. Then that means we are nonsense.
We are.
You know-
And we are people in some WhatsApp groups, the officials. They spend time. We've got to do this for football. And your clubs don't have sponsors. How can you have a club which doesn't have a kit sponsor? You are paid by the kit sponsor to
Imagine.
have. So what is difficult?
You know. Here's the funny thing. Something that I noticed recently. Zimbabwe has got people that have got money.
Yeah.
Right? People that want to sponsor soccer.
Let us
You know-
not talk about economy.
Exactly. Let's not talk about
No,
economy.
no, it's not-
You know,
it's an
it's
excuse.
it's a silly excuse if you're
Yeah.
talking about our economy. We've got people that want to sponsor soccer. I'll give you an example. Just last week, Tinashe Mutarese of Nash Paints hosted one of the best social soccer tournaments that happened in Zimbabwe. How many teams were there? We've got Waters Ringers. He's in China.
Right, no
He's
Ringers.
busy with what do you call it with this? He's
Jerseys.
busy buying soccer jerseys for teams.
For Caps United now, they've got a new
You get what
sponsor,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Those are the people that we need in our football fraternity.
But we shut them out.
But we shut them out because we do not want them anywhere close there, because vanhu vanenge vachiziva zvavari kuita. Tiri kuda madofo yaya asingazivi zvavari kuita. People that just want to take money iri kubva FIFA. You know, FIFA always
Yes.
gives money.
I know.
Right? Where is the money going to? Is there soccer development in Zimbabwe?
No.
What happened to that Zifa village in Mount Hampton
Oh,
that they were building?
don't go there, right? It's disheartening.
Tell me what happened to Black Aces football academy. Sad.
And the other thing, with 2024, we don't have a stadium. Imagine we play our home games. What kind of...
Imagine. But look, we've got Simba Bora, a team from which place is it? That Simba Bora.
Yeah,
I forgot the place. You know,
Shamva, is it Shamva?
Yeah, Shamva. You see that team. Give it a few years. You said all the people that have got money are going to support Simba Bora. Why? Because they've seen that these guys are doing their things genuinely, and they love Bora. You know, they've got Brighton Punjab is also part of them. They've got Scott Sakupanya is also putting money there. All these big guys that have got money that love soccer are putting money there. So are you telling me if those people are approached properly by other soccer teams, won't they be putting money in those teams?
Definitely.
Won't our league be better? You get what I'm saying? Imagine if we can have 3 more Kamabiliads saying, okay, I'm reaching the twilight of my playing soccer playing career. Let me go back to Zimbabwe and play soccer. What we have to do as people is we have to accept him back into our league and say, listen, Kama, we will use you to get our soccer league better. Look what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo when he went to
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Look where the Saudi Arabian league is now. You know, imagine if Knowledge Msuna comes back from Qatar where he's playing to come and play soccer in Zimbabwe. It's going to be a huge boost of confidence for our league as well. Even the sponsors,
Yeah.
you know, we'll start getting them to come and sponsor the league. That is what we need in Zimbabwe, you know.
You see, in a nutshell, we need serious people to be
Most
football
definitely.
administrators. Like we're talking about players running for money, but on the administrative side, football is business.
It is.
Kama Billiard, we go back to him again. People saying he was signing for Dynamos and later on for Yada. I think if Dynamos were so serious about him, whatever money he wants, they're going to recoup that money quickly.
But you know the problem with
Quickly.
Dynamos?
Kama is a name.
He is a name.
I mean,
And he was going to do great things for Dynamos.
look at the unveiling. How Cristiano Ronaldo is unveiled at the Real Madrid. You unveil Kama at Trufaro Stadium, everyone pays $1. People, you have some shirts of Kama. You recoup your money, which...
But the problem in Zimbabwe is we don't have that mentality. We are short-sighted.
Yeah,
You know, to make that 5,000 to pay for Kamabila.
exactly.
You know, the fans will even pay to give Kamabila his salary.
Exactly.
But you see the thing, we don't have that mentality. We're only thinking of ourselves. Say, okay, as long as I am getting that $3 in my pocket, I'm okay. The rest of the people in the team, I don't care. That's the problem we're having in Zimbabwe.
Cry our beloved country. Rufaro, Zimbabwean football, South African football.
Yeah.
This argument has been going on and on. Which one do you think is the best league?
South African football is way better.
You know,
As of now.
quality.
You know, quality in terms of training infrastructure, you know. Here in South Africa, I'll give, you know, I've gone to see Cape Town City training a couple of times.
Brilliant. Yeah.
It's like they are in Europe when you see them busy doing their day-to-day runnings. It's different. Even the setup is totally different. You know,
Yeah.
you just don't rock up here and say, listen, ndaweneka big kangu ndoda kutrain now. Things are done properly. But in Zimbabwe, ndo kunongoba pana paneka big kangu ka ndotosvika paro kepe ndotodedzera da ine ndoro wasinte. Ndoda kuita sei? Ndoda kutrain now. Kocha anotondida ayo wapinda apo ndokupinda ndakapfeka kana chishoti chered. Yet Cape United ndikubanga
Ndakatoseka this other time.
You get it?
Shinzi. Takaita my arguments my WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Dynamos is holding trials. I'm thinking, why would you hold trials? You've got a group of 20 players. There must be a director of football, maybe, probably, or someone who does your scouting. I'm happy Caps is doing that, na David Sengu. You have got 20 players who are there. During the season, you are identifying the players who want.
Yes.
So that's the danger. You could sign a player 1 year contract. I'm not continuing with Dynamos or any other team or Highlanders, because after you're building a side almost every season. Season yakutanga mauda kuita ma trials. How can you have trials?
A team like Dynamos having
You
trials.
can't. You identify the players which you want. Okay, Costa was playing centre back. He's going, or we are selling him to South Africa. So we have identified 2 or 3 players who can play that position.
Exactly.
That's how it is done.
You see, most of the teams here, halfway period, they have their plan for the next season.
Exactly.
And they would have identified the players that they want to sign for next season. So why can't we do the same thing in Zimbabwe? You know, if you go and see Cape Town City playing, even from the under-10s,
Yeah.
they are even better than Dynamos in Zimbabwe. You know, everything is on point, from the training kits. They even have someone who's in charge of the training kits. They even have the groundsmen. You know, it's just beautiful, and it makes my heart so that we don't have such things in
And I think
Zimbabwe.
people don't want to think. They say,
Problem economy,
economy. I'll give you an example. There's a country known as Mali. Bamako, the capital city, is, with due respect, probably one of the poorest cities in Africa.
Yeah.
But look at how they tune players. Seydou Keita played for Barcelona. He was coming from Mali. Look at Togo.
Imagine.
Poorest country. Look at Benin. Look at the African Cup of Nations. Burkina Faso. It's poor.
Look
but
at what's
look
happening
at the Bertrand Traore.
Look at what's happening with Cameroon now.
Yeah. We've got poorest countries. This economy thing, people blow it. But okay, enough of Zimbabwean football. Let's go to Europe, my brother. As I've said, that it is the flagship. Obviously, we are biased because of the English Premier Soccer League. The Serie A, we don't watch it, but it's good football. The La Liga, good football, obviously. The German Bundesliga. Which team do you support in England?
Arsenal.
The Gunners.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
They played yesterday. They won. Yes, against Newcastle.
We played against Newcastle. For the past 6 games, we've been winning, though, which is actually a good streak for us. You know, I don't know if we're going to win the league, but
What do you think Mikel Arteta has done? Because Arsenal, for me, I'm a Manchester United fan. Arsenal, for me, were the near element, playing good football, but there's something which has changed. Although they lack a striker now, because they always say that strikers win you matches, defenders win you titles.
yeah.
I mean, now we have been scoring. What do you think Arteta has done to tweak that side?
I think, you know, personally speaking, I don't like Michael Arteta.
Why, bro?
For me, he's a bit pompous.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And a coach is not supposed to be pompous.
Yeah, you like it. It's fun.
Exactly, you see. But what I think is, he has done a lot of mentor talking with the guys. Get to sit down with the guys and tell them, listen, this is what we need to achieve. You give them targets as individual players, and you give them targets as a team as well. Tell me, what you said you're Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of your team this season?
Well, let's just finish with the English Premier Soccer. Then we'll go to the African we wrap up the program. Manchester United, my team. I've been supporting Manchester United since 1912.
Wow, that's long back, eh? That was before you were even born.
Yeah, I'm a United fan. You see, the thing with Manchester United is not proper planning.
Yeah.
A big football club must have its structures.
Yeah.
Now they've appointed the director of football. United is a commercial side, not a football side.
Yes, it is a commercial.
In as much as people are blaming Ten Hag, it will be the same movie.
That's very true.
Same movie. Let us bear with him. Manchester United don't identify players for Manchester United. You get players like Anthony Martial. How many games does he play a season? He's on £250,000 a week. You get a player like Jadon Sancho. He's on £375,000 a week. Is he a good player? No. You've got to have structures. People lived in the era of, say, Alex Ferguson. He shaped Manchester United.
Yeah.
It was built in his. But it's not a DNA. You look at a team like Barcelona, it has got its DNA.
Yes, that's
Ajax, DNA.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, Inter Milan,
That's
AC
true.
Milan,
That's
Juventus. United's DNA is, say, Alex Ferguson, not the club.
That's very true.
You see,
That's very true.
David Moyes, you say he failed. Louis van Gaal, you say he failed. The same script.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho, you say he failed.
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, my legend, not good coach, but you say he failed. Ralph Ragnick came.
Yeah.
He said this club needs an open surgery. Now, Eric Ten Hag, same thing. You can't fire 5 coaches in 10 years.
You can't.
Because we can get, Jesus Christ to come and coach Manchester United. It will be the same thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Anyway, my heart is sore because we lost to Fulham yesterday. But now, in wrapping up our program, you are involved in the African Champions League, which will be happening here in Cape Town.
Yes.
You can tell me who is organizing it and what is happening.
Well, I'm super excited about it.
That's good. Good news, man.
It's something that has never been done here in Cape Town, and I'm proud to be part of the first people that are going to be doing it.
Brilliant. So who is involved? You and?
Well, it's me and me and me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as much as I would want to mention names, but I just kutaura mazita.
Yeah.
Because I believe unozoti dzimwe nguva kutaura zvinhu zvako kuzvibudisa pachena ka zvinokublokera zvakawandisisa kunooneka mwoyo anoenda nekuseri unotanga kuisa kuti imi nekuti ndinhinga ari kuita sakangadai. So let's keep it that way. Let the people know that Rufaro Sachite is the brains behind the Cape Town Africa Cup of Nations. So we're going to have 8 teams that are coming, that will be playing. We've got DRC, we've got Malawi, we've got Zimbabwe, we've got Nigeria, we've got Angola, and we've got Burundi, and we've got 2 teams that are
South Africa.
South Africa is also there.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Obviously they have to be there. And we've got a team of Zimbabweans based in Cape Town that's going to be playing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. I know the players that are going to be there.
Can't wait.
Yeah. It's going.
So
to
it's going to be happening how many days?
It's from the 29th to the 31st of March. Yes,
March,
that is during the Easter holiday.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we're definitely looking forward to it. And all I can tell to the fans is it's going to be something that they have never witnessed. It's different. It's going to be beautiful. Trust me.
And you see, apart from football, is building relations, which is very, very, very important. Networking also.
Yes.
It's for a good cause.
That's very true.
We compete, but at the same time, we get to know each other.
You see,
we build each other.
That is the main reason why we are doing these things. We just don't want Zimbabweans to be Zimbabweans.
Yeah.
No, we want Zimbabweans to be able to mingle with Congolese, South Africans, Nigerians, Malawians, basically like everyone. You know, we are one.
We are one
you know?
people, yeah.
Like what they say, Africa is for one people. We are one people. So let's come together, enjoy ourselves, despite being different in our ethnic groups and stuff. But we are one. So let's come together and celebrate together. You know, so it is an invitation to each and everyone. If you love soccer or if you don't love soccer, feel free to come and enjoy the soccer matches.
Brilliant. How time flies. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a blast. It's been a blast, Rufaro Sachiti.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's an
I mean,
everybody, yeah.
being the first on this episode, the most important thing is to grow.
Most definitely.
We can grow from here. And
Yes.
I've really enjoyed speaking to you, your insights.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot of these going
Most
forward.
definitely. Most
Good
definitely.
people, it's been quite a blast. But you know what you can do? It's easy. Subscribe to the channel. Just smash the like button and share. And tell a friend to tell a friend that Clash for God is the biggest space ever in the world. We are hotter than the sun. If you're not watching us, what are you doing? See you on the next episode. We gone, brother.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Brilliant.
it big time. All the best. And people out there that you need sponsors, you know.
Yeah.
People that have got businesses out there, Zimbabweans, Angolans, whoever you are, feel free to get in touch with my big brother here and he'll give you all the nitty-gritties and stuff. We need sponsors, my guy.
We need sponsors. You advertise on the program, you get your mileage, and we give you quality content. It's a two-way thing.
Awesome.
We
all
good?
the best. Take care, bud.
We're out of here.
Peace out.